Making headlines this hour, President appoints Abdullah Hamid and Muhammad Salim as justices of the Supreme Court following their endorsement by the Parliament. The Parliament approves the appointment of Aishat Azima as the nation's non-resident ambassador to Nepal. And Fisheries Minister reveals that the government is aiming to place 36 fish aggregating devices across the Maldives. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Idham Naim. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz appoints Abdullah Hamid and Muhammad Salim as justices of the Supreme Court of the Maldives following their endorsement by the Parliament. The oath of office was administered by the Justice of the Supreme Court of Maldives, Aisha Shujun Muhammad, during a ceremony held on Wednesday afternoon at the President's office. Following the administration of the oath, President Dr. Muiz formally presented the letters of appointment to the newly appointed justices. Parliament earlier Wednesday had backed the formal endorsements of the nominations by the Parliamentary Judiciary Committee. Salim, a sitting High Court judge, and Hamid, formerly of the same court, emerged as leading candidates for elevation of the Supreme Court, a decision aimed at ensuring institutional stability. Their selection comes after the removal of Justices Dr. Azmirada Zahir and Mahaz Ali Zahir, dismissed on 14th May for disciplinary violations. The Parliament formally approves the appointment of Aishat Azima as the nation's non-resident ambassador to Nepal, reinforcing her standing as a seasoned diplomat. Azima, who currently serves as the High Commissioner to India, secured overwhelming legislative backing with 58 votes in favour during Wednesday's session. The confirmation comes following President Dr. Mohammad Muiz's submission of her nomination on 2nd June, an appointment subsequently reviewed by the Parliamentary Foreign Relations Committee. After an extensive evaluation of her diplomatic experience and academic credentials, the committee endorsed her qualifications and recommended approval. Azima's career spans decades of service within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, where she has had key positions shaping the nation's external engagements. She previously served as Maldivian ambassador to China, a role in which she strengthened ties between the two countries. Her tenure also includes serving as additional secretary at the Foreign Ministry, where she played a central role in advancing the nation's foreign policy. Minister of Fisheries and Ocean Resources Ahmad Shyam reveals that the government is aiming to place 36 fish aggregating devices, FADs, across the Maldives. The placement of fish aggregating devices, FADs, is a government-led initiative aimed at supporting and enhancing the welfare of fishermen. These FADs include both pole and line and sports FADs, providing valuable resources and opportunities for fishing communities. In an exclusive interview with PSM News, Minister Shyam described further development of sports fishing as crucial to diversifying both the fishing and tourism industry. Highlighting the growing global interest for sports fishing, he said the vision of President Dr. Mohammad Muiz is to commercialize and develop sports fishing as a revenue-generating sector of the country. He said the government is aiming to place 36 FADs across the Maldives, specially designed for sports fishing enthusiasts, in efforts towards reaching the goal. These sports fishing specific devices attract marine life by providing artificial shade through floating structures, enhancing local fishing opportunities. To amplify identification, they are painted yellow and installed 3 to 6 nautical miles offshore from inhabited islands, distinguishing them from pole and line FADs. While deploying new devices remains a priority, maintaining existing structures is equally critical. The ministry oversees a program to repair damaged devices, ensuring their operational integrity. Production and installation are centered in Hulumale, where facilities are equipped to meet growing demands. Recognizing this need, plans are underway to establish additional centers in the northern and southern regions, including Funadu in Shavian Atoll and Addu Atoll. Each FAD is assigned a unique Doshi Kandufati devices cater to skipjack tuna fishing using pole enthusiasts. Nationwide, 65 devices are dedicated to traditional tuna fishing, alongside 26 designated for sports fishing. The newly appointed Commissioner of Police, Ismail Naveen, pledges to uphold integrity and strengthen the Maldives Police Service MPS. President Dr. Mohammad Moise selected Naveen from a short list of 3 candidates to lead the nation's law enforcement agency, officially appointing him as Commissioner. Prior to this, Naveen served as the Deputy Commissioner of Police before assuming his new role on 10th June. Naveen's appointment follows the resignation and retirement of former Commissioner Ali Shujao in April, marking a significant shift in the leadership of the MPS. Acknowledging the congratulatory messages received upon his appointment, Naveen highlighted the importance of public support in shaping his leadership. He stressed that collaboration meant to serving with determination and ethical responsibility. With Naveen in the police service on 7th July 1994, he has held leadership positions spanning operational, investigative and administrative divisions. Before his promotion to Deputy Commissioner of Police, he led the Corporate Services Directorate, overseeing critical internal functions. Island Aviation Services Limited, IASL's Managing Director Ibrahim Yas says Maldives national carrier Maldivian is aiming to replace all Dash 8 aircrafts on its fleet with ATRs by 2027. Speaking during the ceremony to mark the arrival of Maldivian's 5th ATR aircraft, Yas said the decision to procure ATRs was prompted by the increased downtime and maintenance costs of its Dash 8 fleet. The latest addition is the 46-seat ATR 42-600 variant, which added to the previous 4 secured from January 2023. According to him, IASL will continue this until all Dash 8 aircrafts are replaced with ATRs, and the company is expecting to complete the process by 2027. Maldivian currently operates a fleet of 25 aircrafts. This includes a wide-body Airbus A330, a narrow-body Airbus A320, 4 ATRs, 9 Dash 8s and 11 Dash 6 twin-otter aircrafts. The government aims to expand its services to new international destinations and is working to acquire additional wide-body aircraft to the national airline, in line with President Dr. Mohammad Moise. The company will complete 59 projects this year. In an exclusive interview with PSM News, Saudi revealed that MTCC has been tasked with the completion of projects that had been stalled during the previous administration to add to its overall ongoing project portfolio. He said a total of 59 projects, which include 20 special projects and 39 ongoing projects, will be completed and handed over. According to Saudi, MTCC tackles 22 projects next year. He said the company is working with the government and relevant ministries to achieve its current target, adding that by the end, the company will help President Dr. Mohammad Moise fulfill several presidential pledges made to the people. Highlighting the significance of investing in improving MTCC's human resource capacity, Saudi said the company will have the capacity to carry out more than 150 projects simultaneously by the end of next year. United States Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick says that a trade framework and implementation plan agreed with China in London should result in restrictions on rare earths and magnets being resolved. Lutnick told reporters that the U.S. negotiating team would take the framework back to President Donald Trump to get his approval and then hope to implement the new agreement. In a separate briefing, China's Vice Commerce Minister Li Chengyang also said a trade framework had been reached that would be taken back to US and Chinese leaders.
We do absolutely expect that the topic of rare earth minerals with respect to the United States of America will be resolved in this United States of America put on when those rare earths were not coming. You should expect those to come off sort of, as President Trump said, in a balanced way. When they approve the licenses, then you should expect that our export implementation will come down.
The top US and Chinese economic officials were pushing for a deal that would ease tariffs back from triple-digit levels. US President Donald Trump vows to keep the military inside Los Angeles until there's peace on the streets. Trump told the media, quote, "If there's peace, we get out. If there's even a chance of no peace, we stay there until there's peace," unquote. Tensions between Trump's federal government and officials from the state of California increased this week amid a wave of protests against immigration raids and the ICE.
There's something wrong with these people. All I want in terms of engagement, I just want to see peace. If there's peace, we get out. If there's even a chance of no peace, we stay there until there's peace. And a lot of people are being arrested. The rioters, or whatever you want to call them, they better know a lot of people are being arrested. They're going to be in jail for a long time. Thank you very much.
Protests have swept Los Angeles since France launched a series of immigration raids. Hundreds of demonstrators have taken to the streets daily, with police arresting nearly 200 people on June 10th alone. In response, Trump ordered the activation of 4,000 National Guard troops and the arrival of some 700 U.S. Marines to the region. California Governor Gavin Newsom condemned the president's action as theatrical and politically motivated. A 9-minute-long Russian drone attack on Ukraine's second-largest city of Kharkiv kills at least 2 people and injured 38, including 5 children. Kharkiv Mayor Igor Terekov said the intense strikes with 17 drones sparked fires in 15 units of a 5-story apartment building and caused other damage in the city close to the risers at damaged buildings. Reuters was not able to independently verify the location or the date when the footage was filmed. A Reuters witness saw emergency rescuers helping to carry people out of damage. No immediate comment from Russia. Kharkiv, in Ukraine's northeast, withstood Russian full-scale advance in the early days of the war and has since been a frequent target of air assaults. The attack followed Russia's 2 biggest assaults of the war on Ukraine this week as part of intensified bombardments that Moscow said was retaliatory measures for Kiev's recent attacks in Russia. Both sides' civilians have died in the conflict, 30 of them Ukrainians. And so world title contenders make stellar debuts at lower trestles with the completion of the men's and women's opening round, including current world number 1 surfers Gabriela Bryan and Jodie Smith. Both continued their Margaret River Pro victory momentum to advance to the next rounds, while hometown heroes Griffin Colapinto and California Lakey Peterson started strong with heat wins. World-class performances went next level when current world number 2 Italo Ferreira stormed the lineup with his signature progression and aerial antics to post an impressive 15.7 out of a possible 20 heat total. Ferreira is back with unfinished business after earning the world title runner-up at lower trestles in 2024. The 31-year-old made his presence known by overtaking 11-time world champion and 6-time lower trestles event victor Kelly Slater and 2025 CT rookie standout Marco Mignot. Jodie Smith already has 2 lower trestle event titles on his name, 2014 and 2016, and coincidentally was also wearing the yellow leader jersey when he competed here last. The current ward number one's control of the lineup and ability to strike at opportune moments provided a solid heat win over San Clemente on Crosby Colapinto and wildcard threat Dimitri Poulos. In the women's opening round action, a dominant display, the top-ranked Bryan put the field on notice in her championship tour debut. Bryan's power on the wave face from start to finish posted an excellent 8.17 out of a possible 10 and 7 for a total heat score of 15.17 out of a possible 20 to overtake local wildcard Kira Pintercon from USA and 2024 World Junior Champion Luana Silva from Brazil. Perennial world title threat Molly Picklum joined Bryan into round of 16 as the only other top 5 contender to do so, while reigning world champion Katie Simmers, 2016 event winner Tyler Wright and current world number 4 Isabella Nichols were all sent to the elimination round. Picklum's timing and power on the familiar face of lower trestles clicked into an excellent 8. The 22-year-old looks for her first major breakthrough in Southern California and to push the requirement of points needed to overtake her. At the 8th Asian Dengue Summit in Manila, June 15th to 18th, delegates are expected to say how both education and innovation are key to help curb the spread of dengue fever and other mosquito-borne diseases. Dengue is a mosquito-borne tropical disease that kills about 20,000 people a year and infects hundreds of millions. Symptoms include fever, headaches, vomiting, skin rashes, as well as muscle and joint pain. In some cases, it can cause more severe hemorrhagic fever, resulting in bleeding that can lead to death.
When I hear the noise of the mosquito, I feel takot, scared, because maybe they can bite my children when I don't know or I can't see them right away. When I had dengue, I feel everything. I'm dizziness, vomit, and headache all around that, and then I feel weak.
Caberos performs the daily task of mosquito-proofing her home in Manila, burning mosquito-repelling coils and lathering herself and her children in repellent cream. While creams and other repellents are tried and tested means of protecting oneself, scientists are now hoping other innovations can add to the toolkit. At the University of South Florida, researchers are developing a mosquito trap that uses artificial intelligence to quickly identify the disease-carrying insects. This could be used as an early warning device for local authorities to alert them of the risk to public health. Mosquitoes land in the trap lured by an attractant, with cameras quickly identifying the species.
So there's an attractant in the trap. The mosquito, the female mosquito, will fly into the trap. There's a fan that blows the mosquito in. One of the components here is a sticky pad, so the mosquito will land on the sticky pad. The light and camera will flash, take an image of that mosquito. We have algorithms that process that image and direct an artificial intelligence algorithm to identify the anatomical components as well as the species of the mosquito, and that information is then shared with the user, and so we can get a sense of what mosquitoes are in a specific area remotely and effectively and very quickly.
The team says the device could be produced for under $150, meaning they could be distributed widely for early warning of an impending outbreak of dengue and other diseases such as malaria. Researchers globally are also exploring gene editing technologies such as CRISPR to reduce mosquito populations or block disease transmission. Muscari added that while new innovations will undoubtedly add to doctors' arsenal of weapons against mosquito-borne diseases, educating the public about protecting themselves is key. That concludes news for now. Thank you for watching PSM News. Have a good day.